and take my money.
So for those of you who have been living under a rock and somehow managed to avoid the onslaught of content creator reactions,
TCG Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel!
This is real! This is real! This is real! This is real!
Konami recently announced a ton of new stuff via their Digital Next livestream. They announced the global release of their latest Rush Duel game for the Switch, which I personally couldn't give less fucks about. They announced some kind of 4-way Yu-Gi-Oh! Game in a cross duel. At least we assume it's 4-player based on the logo. They didn't exactly give us much else on the game, so let's just push that one to the side for now. And now we have the juicy stuff. But before I get into that, just a bit of a shameless plug. If you are enjoying the content you are watching or find any of it useful, don't forget to like the video down below and consider subscribing to the channel whilst you're down there. I'm getting pretty close to 50k now, so I appreciate every sub I get. It's completely free and you can unsub at any time. Alright, let's get into the juicy stuff. So first things first. Konami gave us an announcement for Duel Links, which completely shocked everyone, as absolutely nobody could possibly have predicted such an announcement. Konami finally revealed that the new world coming to Duel Links later this year would be Arc 5.
Surprise!
And that was it. Literally nothing else was shown in regards to Duel Links. All we got was an official confirmation from Konami that the leaks we've been seeing for like 2 months or something now were 100% legit. But other than that, we got nothing, so I guess we're just gonna have to wait another couple of months for more news here. To be fair, we also got given a nice little picture of Yu-Gi-Oh! To look at. Not sure where this came from, but apparently it's legit, so that's cool I guess. But Konami did announce one other thing during the event, and my god was it the announcement everyone was hoping for. Konami finally released more information on their upcoming game, Master Duel. And when I say more information, I mean we went from barely even knowing the title, to this. So for those of you out of the loop, Master Duel is basically going to be Yu-Gi-Oh's equivalent of Magic the Gathering Arena, Runeterra, or Hearthstone. It's going to be a full-on online card game using the IRL format using TCG/OCG rules. We're not quite sure how specifically it's going to implement both versions of the rulings since they are different, but the important thing is it's going to be standard Yu-Gi-Oh! Not Duel Links or Speed Duels 3-slot format or Rush Duels. It's going to be your standard 5-slot gameplay. Now it's pretty obvious that this game has taken a ton of inspiration from other virtual card games, like Magic the Gathering Arena and Runeterra. But this is definitely not a bad thing, as both these games are both really well made. Even if you don't enjoy the card games themselves, you have to agree that both these games look extremely polished and really bring the card games to life. It's going to have all your typical animations you would expect from a virtual simulator. Drawing cards, playing cards, dealing battle damage, animating monsters, special card effects, chain links, victory and defeat screens, basically the full package. The game, at least aesthetically, looks amazing. In regards to what the card pool for the game will be, it's pretty hard to tell, as we just do not know. All we know is that the game will be featuring cards from multiple eras, not just new stuff or just old stuff, such as Dark Hole being played in the same game you can synchro summon a Stardust Dragon, which will be in the same game you can link summon an access code Talker. But by how Konami seems to be portraying the game, using statements like full TCG OCG experience, I'm leaning more towards the vast majority of the cards being obtainable IRL will be obtainable in the game, at least the cards that see a lot of play already. Maybe Konami will just exclude a lot of the junk, as I don't really see the game being a full experience if the cards that are actively played IRL are not included in the game. But this is just a guess, this game might end up just having its own unique card pool, similar to how Duel Links works. We just do not know yet. Now before I go any further, let's talk about the most asked question in regards to the game. How will it be monetized? So from a Konami press release, we can confirm that the game is going to be free to play. Asterisk. It's going to be free to play, but with microtransactions, and unfortunately, we don't know to what extent these microtransactions will impact the game. Obviously, just looking at the gameplay, we can see some of the potential cosmetic microtransactions at work. Card sleeves, game mats, player icons, and of course the cute little pets you can obtain on each side of the board, which most likely will be a paid for cosmetic, since this feature was just ripped straight from Magic the Gathering Arena, where you can purchase similar pets. Aside from that though, we can't really confirm anything else, we can only just speculate. But I'm going to be completely honest here, if you're one of the people predicting this game is going to be fully free to play to the extent we're having every single card instantly given to us without spending a single cent on release, and the microtransactions are only related to cosmetics, you're on some mad copium. I feel the easiest way to predict how this game will be monetized is just to look at how other games in the industry are, and none of the big virtual card games just give you every single card for free instantly. It just does not happen. So if Konami were to do this, I would be very surprised. Again, just a reminder, this is only speculation from me, but the most likely form of monetization in my opinion is just straight up in-game currency and packs, with every card in the game being technically obtainable for free by earning the currency through gameplay, but without spending money it will be near impossible to obtain every single card for every single deck. That being said though, free-to-play players shouldn't be turned off by this, as if Magic the Gathering Arena, Hearthstone or Runeterra are anything to go by, being free to play doesn't mean you can't play or can't compete, it just means you have less decks than everyone else, but the decks you do have should be completable, with nothing actually being locked behind a paywall. All of these games have crafting systems, whether that be dust systems like in Hearthstone, or wildcard systems like in Runeterra and Arena, that allow you to craft any card in the game without having to dig through packs to get it, which means unlike Duel Links, if you're missing one new ultra rare card for your deck, if you've managed your crafting materials wisely, you won't have to dig through an entire box worth of packs to obtain that one card. This also means that you get a lot of value from just opening packs themselves, as even if you don't get the cards that you need, you'll often obtain cards you can just turn into crafting materials because you don't need them, or just obtain wild cards themselves, which can be used to craft cards of specific rarities. Obviously, like I said, this is just speculation, but don't be too concerned about the cost of playing this game, as it's more than likely to be a case of less variety for those that don't pay, but not actually pay to win, as the decks you do make will be complete, you'll just have less decks to choose from. This is how my experience has been in all major virtual card games I've played so far, so I doubt Master Duel will be any different. And the last thing I wanted to touch on in terms of Master Duel announcements was the announcement that this game is going to have its own tournament scene, fully endorsed and run by Konami, even having its own place in the World Championship, which I think is really cool. Sadly, they didn't give any specific details as to how these tournaments will be run or how you can qualify to play in them, but it's cool to know that if you are a top player, you will have something to aim for, outside of just whatever rank system this game implements, which, by the way, we also know very little about, outside of this one replay shown during the Japanese trailer, which showcased some kind of ranked icons, but there was no mention of what these actually meant or how the system works. Alright guys, that's going to be it for my little breakdown of all the recent announcements shown during the Digital Next livestream. I hope you guys enjoyed it or found some of the content useful. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below and consider subscribing to the channel whilst you're down there. Also, if you have any thoughts on the event or want to cover something I might have missed, feel free to leave your comments down below letting me know. Thank you guys for watching, laters.
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.